good. Yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Ellis, to disturb you in this time because I don't know your schedule. Sorry to disturb you.
No problem.
I asked you about what is the best option between active juries and reserve in army, because I can see that according you have the experience, as far as you have the experience.
Okay.
I need you to receive your explanation.
Okay.
I was a bit confused.
And for which branch are you talking about? Are you talking the U.S. Army, U.S. Navy?
U.S. Army.
U.S. Army.
Because in Navy, once I went, according to my age, it was impossible that where there was recorded easily it was in Army.
Okay, just wait. I remember when we talked with you, you were above the age of 29, and I told you you have only two options.
39.
Yes.
32.
Yes, 32, you are eligible to join the Army and you are eligible to join the Navy. The age limit is 35.
Okay.
So you are eligible for both branches.
Yes. Okay, right.
But, okay, I'm going to give you the difference. Okay. First of all, in the Army, they use a different terminology. So that's why sometimes you don't get the difference between when you say Army Reserve versus active duty or full-time. Because in the Army, they are using the name, they use the National Guard. Even if the National Guard is Army Reserve.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why sometimes you might go to find, like, what is the difference between this? But if you see what is the difference between the Army and National Guard, it's just like what is the difference between active duty Army and part-time or reserve. So that's number one. So whether being a National Guard or to be Navy Reserve. So the difference is once you are active duty, you are full-time, meaning the military is the one is going to send you where you want, they are going to send you wherever they want. Like if it would be what the base, they can tell you to go to San Diego or go to Oklahoma or go to Kansas, wherever, certain kind of city in one of the bases. If you're in the Navy, for instance, they will tell you, mostly they will tell you go to Virginia or go to San Diego or go to wherever, so they can put in one of the bases. So they choose where they want you to go. You have the option to give like what will be your priority, where you want to go, but in most cases, they are the one they are going to determine. And you'll be working full-time. So obviously you'll be working 5 days in 7 days, but you'll be full-time. You have to have a special haircut. You must oblige it to every single, so you are the property of the government. I can simply say that way. So you'll get the full benefit, and you'll be getting salary like normal twice per every 2 weeks like normal. That is someone who is in the Army. I mean, who is in the full-time or active. Your benefits will start right away. After boot camp, whatever you do, you'll be like, you can be eligible for benefits. You can start education benefit. You can buy a house right away if you want. All those benefits are there.
Okay.
But if you are reserve, first of all, you are starting with a minimum 6 years contract.
Okay.
But active duty, they are having 4 years contract in most of the jobs.
Okay.
Then, if you are reserve, that means in a month, you go 2 times a week, 2 times in a month. On Saturday and Sunday, once, like 2 days in a month, that's you are going to work. So you'll be getting paid on 2 days of the month. That's number one. Secondly, you can live any state you want. So for instance, now I know you are in Iowa. So after finishing boot camp, you can go back to Iowa and work as National Guard of Iowa. Or you can go as Navy Reserve and work in Iowa. You can live in your own home state. But if, let's say, you live in, if you are active duty, you are from Iowa, they are going to send you where the ship is if you are in the Navy. So basically, you might go to San Diego, they might take you to Florida, they might take you to Virginia and Norfolk.
Okay.
You see, so that is another difference like where are you going to work, but reserve you can work from wherever the state you are, because there will be some area where you can be able to go one time in a month and do that. And if you are that way, in a summer, you are going to work full time for summer. So, but once you go to work during the summer, if you are a reserve, your job is still guaranteed. Your job will be still there. Employer has no authority, and employer is signing a contract that will never discriminate you, will never let you go because of that. You are going for the national duty. So no matter, so your job will continue to be there.
Okay, but for me to get the things easily, but I was thinking reserve, but as far as I see the benefits and active, it can be good.
Yes, the good thing about reserve is you almost get the benefits like someone on active duty, but you don't get the salary like active duty. So you can be working a reserve one time, those 2 days in a month, while you are working in your other job. You are a social worker, you are working as a teacher, you can continue with your other life. And you don't need to have haircut like in the military. You don't need to wear uniform every day. You can be staying with your home, with your family every single day without any problem. So you can continue civilian life, but 2 days in a month, you are going to work. For me, I chose the option of active duty because I really needed the job, because it was the time of the really financial difficulties in America. So I decided, let me go full time, whatever. But if you have option to do reserve, that is a better option. So you continue to enjoy your civilian life, and then you are going to still get the benefits of housing. Like if you want to buy the VA home loan down the road, if you want to go for further education, they'll give you GI Bill. The only difference, you cannot get it on day one like someone who is in the active duty. That is the difference.
Mr. ABM, really, I understand your explanation nicely. You know, we come from Africa, we suffer too much in Africa. I can see forgetting the things quickly. I may go even in active duty, as you say.
Yes.
If I go after 4 years, now I resign after 4 years.
Yeah, so if you want everything to go quickly, whatever, like how you want, you can go as active duty, and that means it's a guaranteed job for 4 years.
Okay.
As long as you don't do crime, whatever, to be dishonorable discharge, but everything will be easier. And coming from Africa, like me, our life already is a boot camp enough. So the boot camp will not be that tough for you or for me. It's easy. It's just normal. But you have a guarantee of a job to start with, instead of going to the military and then come back and they still struggle while you are already in the military, you are reserve. It's up to you which one you prefer. You can see which one gives you more benefits and which one do you enjoy most. Yeah. And I remember, you have to bring your wife to come here. So you are here with a green card. So, but if you join the military, advantage is right away you are given citizenship within 6 weeks or 7 weeks, whatever. You are getting, before you graduate boot camp, you are becoming a citizen. That means you can be able to petition to bring your wife.
Okay.
Yeah, because you will become an American citizen. So the wife and the children of American citizen, once you apply for them to come under green card, they will get it within 6 months, maximum to 1 year. They will be here.
You're right, because
and
also the petition for last year.
Yes.
I will become a citizenship in less than 6 weeks or 7
yes.
weeks, as you say.
In the Navy is 6 weeks. In the Army it goes up to 8 weeks. In the Navy, you become a citizen within 6 weeks. In the Army, I think it's 8 weeks. You become a citizen. And it is easier, like even to process for someone to come. If you're active duty military, you send your paperwork, it is easier to process someone to come here as a green card because you serve in the country, like you are serving the military already. So it is easier than if you are reserve, because the reserve will be some sort of part-time, whatever. But if you are active duty and you are petitioning for your wife and the kids to join you, that makes it even easier, faster.
Okay, right. Because themselves, they told me, why can't you just maintain your former way, Why can't you prefer to find a good way
Yes.
In military, it was the same to me.
Yeah, so that is how I mean, the easiest, that will be the easiest way. And the good thing about it, because let's say when you join, because you have a wife, you'll be paid the money for housing, so you don't need to stay on base because you have dependents. So depending on where you live, for instance, if you are in California, San Diego, for instance, they will give you at least 1,095, whatever, almost 2,000 US dollar per month is housing allowance. That is not taxable. Is in addition to your to the salary and the all other things. So if you're active duty. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I said, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
It's a good explanation. But my problem was this. But in the active duty, are they also studying while they are full-time?
Which one?
In the active duty.
Yes.
Are they also studying while they are serving full-time?
You are allowed this. Yes, you can study while you are working full-time. It's your schedule. It's up to you. But my advice is this way. If you are active duty while you are active duty, this is a technique. You have to study using what they call, there is certain benefits within you are getting, the normal benefits, which doesn't affect what you call GI Bill. My advice usually I tell people, don't use the GI Bill while you are in the military. Because, why? Because for you, you'll be active duty, and because you have a family already, they are giving you housing money. But at the same time, if you go to school, they are not going to give you another housing money. Does that make sense? Because you're already getting as part of being active duty. But if you finish your 4 years and get out, and you go to school, even if you'll be cooking, they'll give you 2,000 or 1,500 per month just for going to study. So why can't you need to a little bit not to study while you use your GI Bill. They have other what we call they have other education benefits, but you don't take many courses. You can take one course after one course, whatever each semester, but you can get using the other education benefits. But don't use your GI Bill while you are already in the military, because they don't give the money for housing for the second time. And that's a very good money. So that's why when we get out of the military, many people, we prefer to go to school, because that money from the military is using you to help you to start having at least 2,000 income while you are looking for other jobs.
Wow.
I have the slips they told me, monthly base pay, they put E1, 1,683, it means after basic.
Yeah, but you are not going as E1. What is your level of education?
Education, the same.
For you, what is your level of education?
Okay, I'm bachelor in degree.
So, bachelor degree, when you join the Navy, you are starting with E3. If you join the Army, you are starting as E4 because you have college courses. You don't start as E1. E1 is just a typical high school. But for you, again, it was for my case, because you are degree, you have a degree, but you are not a US citizen, you are green card holder, you cannot join as officer. That is the only way. That's why you're going as enlisted. But because you have college courses, college education, they will jump you to start as E3 in the Navy, E4 you start as in the Army.
Oh, the E4 is for, that's why I was saying E1, E3. I was thinking that the E means
E means enlisted. No, it's just not officer, it's enlisted level. O, O1, O2, O3 is officers. And officers, you must have bachelor degree minimum and the citizenship. But because you have bachelor degree, you are not a US citizen, that means you will start as enlisted. And once you become a citizen, within those 6 weeks, you can right away, or just after 1 year, you can apply to become officer. You take the exam because you are officer. You'll become a US citizen, and you have a degree already, so you can apply to become officer if you want.
Okay.
While you are in the military, yeah.
Monthly base pay, they write 1,683.
Yes. Yes. So it's just like 1,700. That is the monthly. That is excluding food allowance. which is like 350. That is excluding uniform allowance. That is excluding language allowance, depending on what languages you have you know. That is excluding housing allowance, because you have a family. Because if you are single, you are supposed to be E5 to be given housing allowance. But if you are married, even if you are E1, they will give you housing allowance. And that will depend on the region or where do you live at that time when you are stationed. But the benefits start from the day when you arrive in the boot camp. You are fully employed while you're in the boot camp. The day you arrive in the boot camp, you are fully employed by the U.S. government.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
But we did not yet sign the paper because we're still,
Yeah.
they're still giving me the rendezvous.
No yet, yeah.
Because now, once they give me these one things, I did not have the last decision if active duty or reserve, because I told them reserve. But in signing, can I check? Once they give me the document.
You will still have plenty of time to change. The only thing it is difficult to change is after signing the official contract. When you go to what they call military entry processing station MEPS, and you take the oath, that is difficult to change from there. But up to now, you haven't signed anything, whatever. Until you take the ASVAB exam, they take your medical, they do everything, then you can sign and swear. To change at that moment will be difficult a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I will tell them once the next coming, that I will be on the active duty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that they can write for me.
okay. Yeah. So yeah, that will be, this is pathway you can be able to bring your wife and the kid very quick.
Thank you, because I was there. The only thing, if the wife was already here, and that time I could make everything. But as far as they are not here,
Yeah, you can just, yes, that will be good to set just direct as active so that they can quickly come, yeah.
really, Mr. APM, you are very interesting to us. Yeah, you are very interesting. I myself, I listening to many people. You know, African, they don't help others.
The problem of us, many Africans, we want others when they come here, they get tortures we went through. Instead of making it easier for them.
Yes, I suffered, I'm telling you. You imagine you are in US, but you are suffering.
Yeah, so
Thank you. I glorify God for you, even for playing the lottery, with diversity lottery. My wife played for your explanation. When you make your video, we discover it there, and she played nicely for your explanation.
no, okay.
That is it's just for the bracket in bracket. But as far as you don't know, next time, because I have the rendezvous with them next week, I'll go straight to active one.
Oh, okay.
Tourist.
Okay.
Active. I'll tell my recruiter. Thank you.
Yeah, if you have any question, please don't hesitate to just call me back. I would really appreciate to give more advice on how you can succeed and how you can reunite with your family. Because I remember your wife is the one who gave my number. Say, oh, communicate with my husband, whatever. So, yeah, so thank you again, and I'll get in touch with you. I'll call you another time. If you have any question, let me know. I will send some more information about the Navy active duty and the Army active duty. But as I said, you can just make the decision. I can be helped to guide you on that particular path.
Thank you. I made already my decision to bring them quickly. I would say active one.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for quick things.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Ellen. Great baby.
Okay, bye-bye.
I can hear the kid is shouting there.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you. That is another person. He has been here for over 6 months so far. He wants to join the military. He came, he has a green card, and his wife is still in Africa with the kid, and they want to bring the kid. So one of the ways to become a US citizen right away and be able to bring the child and the wife. So we'll keep giving you updates on how to go through all these processes. So thank you everyone. Again, this is Ernest Bole from Makulilo, the channel which provides opportunities, channel which helps one another. Goodbye everyone.